17 Life Lessons from Japanese Minimalism You'll Never Forget. Have you ever wondered why Japanese people seem so calm and content with less stuff than most of us? What if we told you that their secret isn't about having more money or luck, but about something completely different that could change your life today? Today, we're diving deep into something that's going to completely shift how you think about living your best life. We're talking about Japanese minimalism and the incredible life lessons that come with it. This isn't just about cleaning your room or throwing away old clothes. This is about discovering a whole new way to find happiness, peace, and meaning in your everyday life. The Japanese have been practicing these principles for centuries, and there's a reason why Japan consistently ranks as one of the happiest countries in the world, despite having some of the smallest living spaces. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's explore these 17 life-changing lessons that will stick with you forever. 1. Less stuff, more freedom. Here's something that might surprise you. The average American home contains over 300,000 items, while traditional Japanese homes focus on keeping only what truly serves a purpose. This first lesson is all about understanding that every single thing you own actually owns a little piece of you back. Think about it this way. When you have fewer possessions, you spend less time cleaning, organizing, and worrying about your stuff. You have more time for the people and activities that actually matter to you. Japanese minimalism teaches us that freedom isn't about having the money to buy anything you want. Real freedom comes from not wanting unnecessary things in the first place. We've seen this principle transform lives over and over again. People who embrace this mindset often report feeling lighter, more focused, and surprisingly, more wealthy. That's because they're not constantly spending money on things they don't really need. 2. The art of cherishing what you have. Japanese culture has this beautiful concept that every object deserves respect and gratitude. Instead of always wanting more, they focus on truly appreciating what's already in their lives. This shifts everything about how you experience daily life. When you start cherishing your current possessions, something magical happens. That favorite mug becomes more than just a cup. It becomes a daily moment of joy. Your comfortable chair isn't just furniture anymore. It's your personal sanctuary where you relax after long days. This lesson teaches us to slow down and actually notice the good things we already have around us. Most people rush through life always looking for the next purchase or upgrade, missing the simple pleasures right in front of them. Japanese minimalism shows us how to find richness in simplicity. 3. Quality over quantity always wins. Here's where Japanese thinking really differs from typical consumer culture. Instead of buying 10 cheap shirts, they'd rather invest in 2 high-quality ones that will last for years. This principle extends far beyond just shopping habits. When we apply this to relationships, we focus on deepening connections with close friends rather than trying to be popular with everyone. In our work lives, this means doing fewer projects, but doing them exceptionally well. Even in our hobbies, this approach helps us become genuinely skilled at things we love instead of being mediocre at many different activities. The Japanese understand something we often forget. Quality items, relationships, and experiences bring lasting satisfaction, while quantity usually leads to overwhelm and disappointment. This lesson alone can save you thousands of dollars and countless hours of frustration. 4. Empty spaces are actually full of peace. Western culture often sees empty space as something that needs to be filled, but Japanese minimalism teaches us the opposite. Empty spaces in your home aren't vacant areas waiting for more stuff. They're breathing room for your mind and soul. When your living space has plenty of open areas, your brain can actually relax better. There's scientific research showing that cluttered environments increase stress hormones, while clean, spacious areas promote calm and creativity. The Japanese have understood this connection between physical space and mental peace for generations. This doesn't mean your home needs to look like a museum. It means being intentional about what you choose to display and where. Every empty surface doesn't need decoration. Sometimes the most beautiful thing you can do is leave space just to be space. 5. Mindful consumption changes everything. Before buying anything, Japanese minimalism encourages asking yourself several important questions. Do I really need this? Will this add genuine value to my life? Where will I keep this item? How often will I actually use it? This mindful approach to consumption extends beyond material purchases. We can apply this same thoughtful consideration to how we spend our time, who we give our energy to, and what media we consume. Not every opportunity, invitation, or piece of information deserves space in our lives. When we become more selective about what we allow into our lives, everything we do choose becomes more meaningful. We end up with possessions we truly love, relationships that genuinely nourish us, and activities that align with our real values and goals. 6. Everything has its perfect place. Organization in Japanese minimalism isn't about having fancy storage systems or color-coded everything. It's about giving each item in your life a specific home where it belongs. When everything has its place, life flows more smoothly. This reduces decision fatigue because you always know where things go. You spend less time searching for lost items. Your daily routines become easier and more peaceful. But beyond the practical benefits, there's something deeply satisfying about living in harmony with your environment. The Japanese believe that when our external world is organized, our internal world feels more balanced too. Many people discover that organizing their physical spaces helps them think more clearly and feel more in control of their lives overall. 7. Letting go is an act of love. One of the hardest parts of minimalism for many people is releasing items that hold sentimental value. Japanese minimalism approaches this with tremendous compassion and wisdom. Letting go of possessions doesn't mean forgetting memories or dishonoring the past. Sometimes holding on to too many things from our past prevents us from fully embracing our present and future. The Japanese understand that we can honor memories and relationships without keeping every single item associated with them. We can choose to keep the most meaningful pieces while releasing the rest with gratitude. This lesson extends to relationships and opportunities too. Sometimes loving someone means letting them go. Sometimes the most caring thing we can do for ourselves is to release commitments or situations that no longer serve our growth and happiness. 8. Simple routines create extraordinary results. Japanese culture values consistent, simple daily practices over dramatic changes or complicated systems. They understand that small, regular actions compound into significant life improvements over time. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life at once, Japanese minimalism suggests starting with simple routines. Maybe you make your bed every morning, or spend 5 minutes tidying up before sleep, or drink tea mindfully instead of scrolling your phone. These small practices of presence add up to a much richer experience of daily life. What's beautiful about simple routines is that they don't require willpower once they become habits. They just become natural parts of your day that bring order and calm. Many successful people credit their simple daily routines with helping them achieve their biggest goals. 9. Nature is the ultimate teacher. Spending time in nature is deeply important in Japanese culture. They understand that natural environments teach us about balance, seasons, growth, and the beauty of impermanence. Regular connection with nature helps us remember what really matters in life. You don't need to live near mountains or oceans to benefit from this lesson. Even caring for a single houseplant, watching clouds from your window, or taking short walks outside can reconnect you with natural rhythms and perspectives that bring peace. Nature also teaches us about cycles and letting go. Trees don't cling to their leaves in autumn. Flowers bloom and fade without resistance. These natural examples help us understand that change and release are normal, healthy parts of life. 10. Imperfection is actually perfect. The Japanese concept of wabi-sabi teaches us to find beauty in imperfection and impermanence. This is incredibly freeing because it removes the pressure to make everything in our lives look perfect or permanent. Your home doesn't need to look like a magazine. Your relationships don't need to be conflict-free. Your work doesn't need to be flawless. Japanese minimalism shows us that authentic beauty often comes from embracing the natural wear, aging, and imperfections that make things uniquely real. This lesson helps us be gentler with ourselves and others. Instead of constantly trying to fix or improve everything, we can learn to appreciate things as they naturally are. This reduces stress and increases genuine contentment with our actual lives. 11. Present moments are all we really have. While minimalism often focuses on physical possessions, Japanese philosophy emphasizes being fully present in each moment. This means putting down our phones during meals, really listening when friends are talking, and paying attention to our daily experiences. When we're constantly thinking about the past or worrying about the future, we miss the only time we can actually influence or enjoy, which is right now. Japanese minimalism teaches practical ways to anchor our attention in the present moment throughout our regular days. This might mean eating more slowly and tasting your food, or taking 3 deep breaths before starting work tasks, or really noticing the feeling of warm water when washing dishes. These small practices of presence add up to a much richer experience of daily life. 12. Saying no protects what matters most. Learning to say no gracefully is one of the most important skills Japanese minimalism teaches. Every yes to one thing is automatically a no to something else. When we're intentional about our commitments, we protect time and energy for what truly matters to us. This doesn't mean being antisocial or unhelpful. It means being honest about your capacity and priorities. When you consistently say no to requests that don't spending money and time on experiences rather than accumulating more objects. This might mean choosing to travel instead of buying new furniture, or investing in classes and learning opportunities rather than more clothes. It could mean spending money on quality time with family instead of expensive gifts, or joining activities that connect you with others who share your interests. Experiences create lasting memories, help us grow as people, and often connect us more deeply with others. They also don't take up physical space in our homes, which aligns perfectly with minimalist principles. 15. Slow living brings deep satisfaction. In our fast-paced world, Japanese minimalism offers a different approach. Instead of trying to do everything quickly, we can choose to do fewer things more slowly and thoroughly. This brings a sense of depth and satisfaction that rushing never provides. Slow living might mean cooking a meal from scratch instead of ordering takeout, walking instead of driving when possible, or having longer conversations with fewer people instead of quick interactions with many. These slower approaches often end up being more efficient because they're more intentional and focused. When we slow down, we also notice more beauty and meaning in our regular activities. Daily tasks become opportunities for mindfulness rather than just items to check off our to-do lists. 16. Community connections create true wealth. Japanese culture emphasizes the importance of community relationships and mutual support. True wealth isn't about individual accumulation, but about being part of caring communities where people help each other thrive. This means investing time in maintaining relationships with neighbors, family members, and friends. It might involve participating in local activities, offering help when others need it, or simply being present and available to people in your community. Strong community connections provide emotional support, practical help during difficult times, and shared celebrations during happy moments. These relationships often prove more valuable than any possessions we could accumulate. 17. Your life philosophy guides everything. The final lesson brings everything together. Japanese minimalism encourages developing a clear personal philosophy about what makes life meaningful and worth living. When you know what truly matters to you, all other decisions become easier. Your life philosophy might emphasize creativity, service to others, family relationships, personal growth, or environmental stewardship. Whatever matters most to you can become the guiding principle that helps you decide what to keep, what to release, and how to spend your time and energy. This isn't about following someone else's rules or trying to live up to external expectations. It's about discovering what genuinely brings you fulfillment and then organizing your life around those core values and priorities. These 17 lessons from Japanese minimalism offer a completely different way to think about success, happiness, and the good life. Instead of always wanting more, we can find contentment with what we have. Instead of rushing through our days, we can slow down and actually enjoy our experiences. The beautiful thing about these principles is that you can start applying them right away. You don't need to completely change your life overnight. Pick 1 or 2 lessons that resonate with you and begin incorporating them into your daily routine. Remember, this isn't about creating another perfect system or putting pressure on yourself to do everything perfectly. It's about discovering simple ways to bring more peace, intention, and joy into your everyday life. Which of these lessons spoke to you the most? We'd love to hear about your experiences with minimalism in the comments below. And if this video helped you see things differently, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content about living intentionally and finding happiness in simple things. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore even more ways to create the life you actually want to live.